Dear Alessandra, I'm writing to you today not to reopen anything, but to close within myself in peace. For too long, I've carried fragments of our story on my shoulders, guilt, doubts, unspoken words, but also affection, nostalgia, unanswered questions. What we had was intense, broken, unstable. Maybe neither of us was ready or knew how to be. I tried to hold things together, and in doing so, often forgot myself. But now I feel it's time to return. I return to you your choices, even the ones that hurt me. I return your confusion, your distance, your way of running away. I also return your pain, the one I tried to carry for you, but was never mine. I'll keep what I've learned, that I cannot save someone who doesn't want to stay. That my value doesn't depend on who stays or leaves. That love, when not mutual, becomes a burden. And I thank you for what you gave me, even in fragments, for what we shared, for showing me in your own way that I deserved something different. With this letter, I let you go. No anger, no expectations, just respect. And I carry with me only what is mine. Letter to Susie. Dear Susie, I write to you today with an open and honest heart to take a symbolic but deep step to let you go. Not as the mother of our son, that bond will always remain, but as the woman I held inside me for years, as a story not completely ended, as a presence not fully separated. We ended things a long time ago when Mattia was still small, but since then we've stayed close in many ways, for him out of responsibility, out of respect, but also unconsciously, because I struggled to clearly separate past from present, affection from role, memory from reality. With this letter, I want to clean the slate. I return to you is not mine to carry, your choices, your silences, your absences. I return to you the responsibility for our misunderstandings, the things that didn't work. I also return any lingering ambiguity. We are no longer an us, not even in appearance. We are two people who raised a child, each in our own way, with our best and our flaws. I'll keep what I've learned, that I can be a full father, even alone. That clarity in relationships is a form of love and respect, that there's no need to maintain appearances when substance gone. And I thank you for Mattia, for the life we helped bring into the world, for making me, even indirectly, stronger, more aware. With this letter, I let you go as a partner, as a past emotional figure. I say goodbye with respect, no resentment, no expectations, and I take back my space, my heart, my life. Letter to Elodie. Dear Elodie, I'm writing today to give shape and meaning to something that, as it was born, never really had either. Ours was a brief, irregular chapter, lived in the margins, but not any less intense or real because of it. We experienced something that we both knew could never become a real relationship, and yet there was something genuine in our gestures, in our words, in the things left unsaid and the sudden escapes. There was desire, complicity, and maybe, on my part, a quiet hope for something more. But today, with distance, I feel the need to untie that subtle knot, that tight thread that sometimes resurfaces in memory. I return to you the ambiguity that accompanied us. It wasn't only yours, I accepted it too. I return the choices you didn't make, the limits you couldn't move past. I return the part of me that hoped, even when I knew there was no real space for us. I'll keep what I've learned. That desire alone isn't enough to build anything. That untold stories, if kept inside, can confuse the heart. That I no longer need to look for validation in the impossible. And I thank you for the sweetness we shared, for the echo of a love that, though unfinished, made me feel alive. For showing me a new shade of myself. With this letter, I let you go, because I cannot stay attached to something that never truly was. I wish you peace, clarity, courage. I move forward. Lighter? Yeah! Letter to Alina. Dear Alina, I write this letter with a clear intention to free myself. Not from you as a person, but from everything that remained stuck to me after you. The expectations, the unanswered questions, the returns that never resolved anything, the energy I kept spending even when there was no longer common ground. With you, I lived a relationship that held potential and limits at once. At times it felt real, deep, possible. But then came the empty spaces, the breaks, the silences, always leaving something unresolved. And I stayed, looking for a point of stability, a coherence that never came. I returned to you, your steps back, your fears, your disguised escapes. I return the expectations I projected on you when I was searching for stability. I return your inability to truly be there. I'll keep what I've learned, that I can long for a full love without compromise. That my presence has value and does not deserve to be received intermittently. That love is not enough without courage. And I thank you for the good moments we shared, for the conversations, the laughter, the complicity, for showing me through your absence how much I crave a real presence. With this letter, I let you go, not with bitterness, but with clarity. Not with anger, but with the awareness that it's time to make space inside me again. Without you, I wish you well. I walk on, more whole, more aware, more free. Letter to Tamara. Dear Tamara, writing this is perhaps the hardest step because you're the most recent, the one still close in memory, the one who left recent traces in my heart, my thoughts, my body. But for this very reason, I know this is the right moment to truly let you go. Between us, there was constant movement, a broken dance of closeness and distance, hope and collapse. I prayed for you. I stepped away thinking it was the best way to protect you and to protect myself. But each time you came back, you left a heavier weight, deeper fatigue, one more illusion gone. I returned to you your pain, the one I tried to hold and understand, but that I could never heal. I return your dependency, your chaos, your unresolved returns. I return the guilt I carried because now I know it wasn't mine. I'll keep what I've learned, that love should not consume me, that I cannot keep giving without being received, that I must choose my own survival over someone else's salvation. And I thank you for whatever was authentic, even if briefly, for showing me how deeply I long for stability, truth, presence, for making it clear that my heart can no longer live in wounded love. With this letter, I let you go. I free you and I free myself. No resentment, but with firmness. No chains, but with gratitude for what you taught me, even through pain. I wish you light. I move on. More whole, more aware, more free. Manifesto of healthy desire. I no longer seek a love that exhausts me. I no longer want beauty that tests me. I want a body I desire, yes, but one that doesn't ask me to give up myself to stay lit. I want eyes that look at me, not that challenge me. I want clear words, not riddles to decode. I'm not here to be saved, nor to save anyone. I just want to be with someone who knows how to be. I've loved too intensely, sometimes without receiving, sometimes getting it all wrong. But now I'm in no rush. I no longer return to places where I've cried. I won't settle, but I won't chase either. I want someone who excites me, but also someone who's good for me. And until that arrives, I'm fine as I am. On credit, debt, and freedom. Dear life, today I write not to ask you for anything, but to give something back. To return the weight of expectations, of held back words, of the inner accounting I've kept open for too long. I've often felt in credit, as if for everything I've given, something should be owed to me in return, a steady love, recognition, a moment of peace. And I've often felt in debt, as if I needed to earn love before receiving it, as if I had to work, sacrifice, prove myself worthy. And in between, there was me, always giving, always understanding, always asking for nothing, not to disturb the balance, always hoping that someone someday would see the value of my quiet presence. But today I write to break that invisible contract. I am no longer in debt to anyone. I am no longer in credit with anyone. I let go of what was never given to me. I let go of the idea that I must pay with silence or sacrifice for what should have been free. Love, presence, respect. I no longer want to be the good guy who earns affection. I no longer want to hold back, fearing that the other might feel uncomfortable. I no longer want to twist my heart into shapes that are not mine, just to be accepted. I only want one thing, to be loved without conditions, without performance, without exchange. To be loved because I'm me, because I am enough, even when I'm not doing 1,000 things, even when I'm not fixing, pleasing, or explaining. Dear life, from today I walk with empty hands and a full heart. I no longer carry bags that are not mine. I no longer gather pieces that belong to others, and I finally welcome what comes without guilt. I welcome, I receive, and that's enough. With truth.